So I wanted to talk about something a little bit different today. I feel like this is really important to talk about. I just want to talk about friends today and just like friends in general, like all things friends and having friends and making friends and, you know, feeling validated and feeling important. Having friends. So when I was younger, maybe like in elementary school, I never really was popular. Like I was friends with kids that were considered popular, and it's so weird because it's like, why would popularity matter as an elementary school student? Like, I just think that's so dumb. Like, why does that even matter? I was friends with like kids that were considered popular in my elementary school because I used to horseback ride and I played soccer, and a lot of the popular kids in my school did that. I just loved the weird kids. Like I loved playing make-believe, so I'd always play like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! I had like a group of friends in my elementary school that we all played this game where we all had horses that we used to ride around with, and we would like run and gallop, and in our heads like we'd be riding horses. And I just like, I don't know, I loved hanging out with the kids that were creatives. Like I just always was friends with kids that were like oddballs or like didn't really fit in, because like I just thought that they were interesting. So I had friends from like all different friend groups when I was younger, and I didn't really have a problem with that. I had friends that played sports, I had friends that were on chess teams, I had friends that were in book reading clubs. I was friends with all walks of life basically in elementary school. I did not discriminate. Making friends in elementary school was not hard, because if you guys remember, it was literally the easiest time. Like if you think about like making friends now, like making friends is like dating people now. Like especially me as like someone in my 20s, trying to make new friends, especially out in LA, is so hard. Like I literally feel like I'm going out on dates with people when I'm meeting new friends, because it's like you have to have something to like relate to, like you have to have like something to connect on, and whether it's like a sport or a hobby or, you know, your profession or like something. But in elementary school it was like, we have matching pants, like you're my best friend now. And that was literally how I made friends that I'm still friends with and I will be friends with for life. Oh, like I like dogs, you like dogs too, we're best friends for life. Like it's not like that anymore. Like growing up is a trap. Like don't do it.
Why is it so hard making friends in this life?
Yeah, like making friends in elementary school was not hard at all. Like I wish it was still like that. So when I was in middle school, I remember having like a good group of friends. Like I actually had like a lot of friends in middle school. So I remember on my 13th birthday, my mom got me a Hummer limo to take to Fatburger, and and I invited like a shit ton of friends. Like I invited all my friends, and I remember like there was a couple of girls that like got mad because I like didn't invite them, so they like snuck on the Hummer limo, and I was like totally okay with it. I was like, whatever, like these are my friends, like we're all hanging out, like this is the best day ever, like we get to go to Fatburger. I remember the driver was so pissed off at us because we were playing 94.9 on the radio, and we were like belting out these lyrics and like screaming, and I remember the limo driver was like, shut up, and like pulled over the limo and like got out of the car and like opened the door to the main cabin or whatever, and was like, shut up, like stop talking, you guys are so loud. Yeah, I just like I remember having a lot of friends in middle school, and it was just like a really fun time. Fast forward to high school, all of my friends in high school were older than me, so like I had maybe like 1 or 2 friends from my grade, and then all of my other friends were like juniors and seniors. My junior year was like my best year out of high school because I had like this big friend group, and you know, after school we would hang out at this parking parking lot across the street, and we would all get together and like go bowling and like go to parties together. I never really fit into like any one friend group. Like it was the same thing as when I was going through elementary school and middle school, and like all throughout my high school career, like I always had friends from like all different cliques. I was friends with everybody. When I was a senior, pretty much like 99% of my friend group diminished. Everybody's senior year is like crazy, but for me, I didn't have any friends in my grade. All of my friends were a grade above me and they all graduated. It was pretty lonely. For me, I've always been the type of person that has always had like one or two like really close friends. There's always a stigma with like not having a lot of friends, and I definitely found out more about this when I moved away from home. And I remember there was a point when I first moved to LA, I got a job as a hostess at a restaurant on Sunset Boulevard, and I had this thought, just like this terrifying thought, that I would get fired from the job that I just got because of my social anxiety. Like I would get off of work and I would just get in my car and just like cry, because it was like at a point where I literally didn't know anybody in LA, and I was like so nervous, and I would go to my job and my social anxiety was so bad, I actually thought I was gonna get fired. I think it was just me not really having the confidence to like make new friends. I feel like I've had moments where I don't feel validated and I don't feel loved and I don't feel cared for, because I don't really have a lot of friends in LA. Like, I mean, my day-to-day is mostly work, and if it's not work, it's making videos. And a lot of times because of that, I feel like there's something wrong with me, because I haven't made friends, or I haven't really made like a lot of new friends out here since I moved here maybe like 3 years ago. And as I reflect on just everything, like my childhood, like elementary school, middle school, high school, like I always had like a really big like friend group. When you're in school, like you have a lot of people that you can like connect with solely on the fact that they go to the same school as you, and a lot of people that go to school with you, you know, they have the same teachers as you, they're you know, you're being taught the same things, so you have a lot of things to relate on. When you're working and when you're in the real world, suddenly it becomes harder and harder and harder to make friends. It's like that in itself like hurts your self-esteem, and you feel like you have no self-worth because you feel like nobody likes you, and that's like the shittiest feeling in the world. Don't ever let the number of friends make you feel like you're not valued. Like I know people that are my age and have these like giant groups of friends, and not saying that if you have a big group of friends that you're like a shallow piece of shit, but like I know a lot of people that have giant friend groups that are so lonely. Like, of course, like I had people that I like went to parties with and that I went to events with, or like, you know, whatever, but like the people that actually knew me for me, the number was like very small. I don't have to have a giant group of friends to feel validated or to have like a high self-esteem. Like I'm okay with just having a couple friends that know me for me and that love me and want to hang out with me because I'm me. When it really comes down to having somebody to lean on and to have somebody's shoulder to cry on, it's like I would rather have just one or two like really close friends that I could do that with than having like a shit ton of friends that don't know me at all. It doesn't make you any less of a person because you have one or two friends, and it doesn't make you any more of a person because you have 10 friends, 20 friends, 30 friends that you can call on and get a gang together and go hang out with. Your self-worth is not defined by the number of friends you have. Just remember that and be grateful for the friends that you do have, because they love you for you and they want to hang out with you because they love you for who you are. The friends that I have now mean the absolute world to me, and I'm super loyal to, and I would do anything for, so I just always have to keep that in mind. One of my best friends, her name is Jackie. I could literally call her at any hour of the night, at any time of the day, and I could literally talk to her about everything and anything. Like, and no topic is off limits. And I literally have had her shoulder and just have had her to lean on for so many years. And I mean, I cherish that friendship more than I cherish like my life. I feel like I've been going on about this for like the past 5 hours, so I'm gonna go. If you liked this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. That would mean the entire world to me. I appreciate every single one of you for supporting me. I wake up every day feeling so grateful for each and every one of you. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.